Good evening, I'm Natsu, and this is Final Fantasy XII: The Zodiac Age. I'm way too addicted to this game. I got espers, and then I also did a few hunts. And so, do you want to load this save data? Yes, I do. So basically, I think I only have, let's see. I mean, they don't tell me anything about the espers. I don't have summons. Bellies and Matthias I had already gotten before. I'd already gotten them as well. That sucks. That's like the only way to find out what espers I have. Yeah. So, Fran doesn't have any summons yet. Okay, so Zeramus and Exodus are the ones that I've gotten, and those are for, I got both of them for Balthier. And then I did a couple of hunts. So let's see, I started off with Chase Through the Woods, a Mind Flare, Deserter's Revenge, Trouble in the Hills, Rodeo to the Death. Let's see. I don't know. I don't think. No, that's not it. Quiet Power. And Carrot were the ones that I had to take care of, and those are the ones that I got done. The only one that I can't do just yet is this one, because it has me going through Nabudis, which I have not gone through, and I'm not intending to go through just yet. So everybody's kind of leveled up, just a little bit more than they were before, and beyond that, I'm pretty much ready to go. I've explored, oh yeah, I've also explored the rest of the Tichta uplands. So it's all explored. I got the map for the Fawn Coast, and I think that's about it, basically. Everything else I've explored or I've gone through. I found the key for the rest of the Lucio mines, and I opened up this area, but I got my ass whooped around here. So I haven't really explored the whole thing. I'm probably gonna explore it a little bit later, probably another, when I'm maybe not 5, but like either level 55 or level 60, and then I'll probably go back and explore. Because I know for a fact there's at least like a hunt or two that I need to go through and do there. Okay, so here comes the rest of the story.
Whew. Smells less like a capital, more like a sewer.
Empires have need of sewers. The runoff from Arcades proper pools here, those who lack papers to live in the city itself. The mighty who have fallen, and the fallen who would be mighty. Their eyes never leave Arcades.
I guess it must be a lot nicer than this place.
Oh, to be sure. Arcades reeks of a different filth. Let's be off. We can follow our noses to Draclo.
Old Arcades. Oh wow, it looks like it has skyscrapers too. That's weird. It's pretty cool though too. A lot of rust. Haven't gotten one of those in a while. Now this is new. Plenty of worms come up out of the ground here, but not many of them are the sort with 2 legs. Come to make your fortune in the capital? Word of advice, worms. Turn back while you've still some gill to your name. Oh, hey, guy. Man, I lost all my money. Can't even afford an airship back home to Rabanasta. Hey. Hi. I thought of going back through Soshin, but I heard some ancient worm lurks down there, and I don't much care to run to one of those. You think I could get away on these legs? Bah. I'm stuck here for life. Look, would you buy something to help a fellow out? And I'm pretty sure that I sold all the stuff that I needed to sell. Yeah. Okay, so I'm stocked up anyways though too. Come to buy information or perhaps to sell. Knowledge is what makes this town work. Why, if I had a gill or a chop to spare, I'd make an offer for what you know right now. Welcome to Arcades, old Arcades that is. And people here, they all took their dreams up to the city, had them stripped away, and fell back down. Yours is an unfamiliar face. If you're here hoping to go up to the city, best find yourself information. That's like to best find information that's like to interest the ardents and gentry. Word travels fast in this town. New information is born, grows old, and dies in a day. The Emperor's assassination, ancient history, my friend. Now that's a face I just like. It's the eyes. Beady, shining eyes that see but never show. You know the sort. Whom do I speak of? Vayne, of course. Only a man like that could do what he's done. Killing his own two brothers in cold blood for opposing the Empire. Headed to the city, are you? Going to be a soldier like the rest of them? I wish you luck. You go up there, you die a little inside. Aye. A part of ye goes cold and black, just like them senators. I'd stay down here if I were you. What can you catch here? Well, lots of things, I suppose. Depends on what you're fishing for. Me, I'm fishing for my past. For a fire of my youth. What? No, you can't feed a family with the past, but you can keep yourself warm at night. Who am I? Ain't plain to see. I'm one of the many what tried to make it up in the city and fell back down here. If only I hadn't signed that paper. Yeah, I was an ardent with the rest of them. All it took was one broker, one binding agreement, and nary a scruple in sight. If I find him, I'll... Eh? Did you want something? Oh. Out to get to the city. Up these stairs, then off to the west entrance up there. Better prepare, mate. So I'm really sucky at the voices and kind of figuring out... Oh, hey, buddy. Me, I've lived here for a good while now, but I had a jolly hard time when I first arrived. The city was a far cry from my native Giza, you see. But I've seen much in this town. People of all walks of life. Now there's a fascinating thing. I've seen plenty of men who failed at it, lost their hope and then their happiness. Most sad. Why, hope's the most important thing of all. We cockatrices, we must hold on to the hope even when our days in this world seem to be numbered. Me, I hope to see my homeland once more. Why does that thing talk? Brother of mine, if we'd only bought cockatrices when you had a chance, why, we'd be rich men today, so we would. Played many a man false in the city, so I did. course I was being played just the same, though I didn't know it. I've ruined so many men, 'tis all I can do now to hide myself here and hope don't run into any former clients. Do you have any business with us? I'll tell you straight out, we've no money, so don't even bother trying to really leave us of it. I wonder what I sit here doing, not they come. They go? I've done me bit for the Empire, that's why I've earned me rest. Don't you ever fancy a rest, young? I'm really bad at these voices, so I'm just gonna stop reading. Like, it takes me some time to actually read those type of accents. Oh, you there. You look like someone who knows a good deal when he sees it. So ask about some Moogles then, right? I've got 8 of them. Discount if you take the lot. That's a bargain. They're cute, they dance. See that bridge up there? On the far side of that is the Imperial City of Arcades. When I get a bit bigger, I'm gonna go be a soldier there. I've been told that joining the Watch is a good way to get on in the world, yet others tell me it's hard life. Full of hard choices. What to do, what to be. That's the problem with having too much information. It's difficult to make up your mind. It's the only guy that talks normally. My little brother's back. Pride and joy of the clans come back. Tales from the city. So how was it? Don't tell me. You made a mint, didn't you? Enough for all of us, I'll bet. Well, I did set up a shop. A competition? But the competition. Let your guard down for a moment and next door over slit a knife in your ribs. I've wanted to come home. Hungry child. Seek there was, he sought to play Kupo Pudi Podilo. Said he, I'll take you far away, Kupo Pudi Podai. A gourmet tour he promised us, Kupo Pudi Podili. But all we've had is curds and whey, Kupo Pudi Podai. Tell you a secret, but it's something incredible just now. What? Wouldn't you like... Now don't go telling anyone, you hear? You think you can look down on me? I'm saving McGill to get out of here. I'm put there. Why, I've got a bag full of coins put aside already. I had a bag full of coin. So somebody came along and stole it. I was sure it'd be safe as houses in that barrel too. Oh, so that guy took that. going on from here. On from here is Arcades. You go there, you'd be best boss yourself. People there, they'd pluck the feathers from a living chocobo if they thought they could make a profit off them. I'd turn back if I was you. So there's nothing really much here. There's another area here. Best not speak to me, lest my ill luck rub off on you. I lost everything. Ah, if I'd only had the right information. Where does this lead? The city's just up these stairs. Me head says all I've got to do is walk up them, but me feet are trembling. What with the assassination and all. Well, guess that's a thing. Okay, so no, I'm not gonna save it just yet. Entering the capital. You have credentials? Well, I don't see any. We can't just throw open our gates to you vulgars, you know, especially not the lion kind. Away with you. Well, there's a sight for sore eyes. Didn't think I'd be seeing you again, not here. Oh, wonderful. Enter the street here. A pirate would do well to smile, wouldn't want to sour his reputation. You know this guy? An old friend. He's a street ear, a peddler of rumors and hearsay by the name of Jules. He'd bought a gill given him by his own mother and shaved it by half to pay for her funeral. Sometimes an ear with tight purse strings, the order of the day. Like when a pirate decides he fancies going up in the world, to the city, you know, away. In Arcades, knowledge is power, and power has a way of opening doors, boy. Now, a fool will buy a sack of feathers for his pillow, but a wise man, he'll buy the whole stinking cockatrice and get his fill of meat into the bargain. So, wise man, how does... I'll pay. Bright boy, you learn fast. I call this meeting in order. Tell me, boy, heard any rumors in town? Actually, I did hear about a man who picked a bag of coins out of a barrel. Bags in a barrel, eh? A boy would do well to bring that morsel to a man named Beasley near here. Tell him what you've heard. Beasley. Beasley is probably the guy that had his stuff stolen. Frustrated woman. Okay, so I'm just going in circles at this point. I'm betting Beasley's that one guy. That's Otto. Beasley, yep. What? You're telling me that you know the bloke that's taken McCoy? Oh wait, it was him, was it? Okay, so I told him that. Now, let's see. Oh, where'd he go? Where'd he go? So I told him that, but where are these people? Psst. Oh, okay, never mind. So what am I supposed to do now? Oh, maybe I have to go see this guy back here. Something tells me I have to backtrack to find him. I don't seem to... Where is he? There doesn't seem to be anybody here. Did I miss him? Did I not see him when I passed by? Maybe I missed him, I don't know. That's weird. I thought there'd be something. Oh, there he is. You told him just as I told you. Good boy. I'm not sure what any of this has to do with going up in the world. Oh, witness the power of knowledge, my boy. See, it begins. Hey, 'tis a fight. Beasley gone wild. Now's your chance. Thanks, Jules. Never thought you'd go for such a meager price. Pirates should know the words are worth guilt unaccountable. Here's some words for you. The prodigal Bonanza sons come back to the Imperial Roost. See, words of much value, these. Bah. The Imperial City of Arcades.
You're gaping like a fish out of water.
I'm just checking out the city. Even if it is the Empire.
You've changed, Vaughn. You were always marching to your own beat. Almost like you were impatient, even. In a good way.
Maybe it's because I've seen more now. Never imagined I'd ever come this far away from home. Hey, Lars is here in the city, isn't he? He's a tough one. I wonder how he's doing.
You always were a soft touch, Vaughn. You know what's amazing? I always thought I'd go my whole life without meeting people like the Princess or Lord Larsa. And here we are in the capital.
I know. It's a little over my head sometimes.
Good, Vaughn. You've come to understand the difficulties of serving royalty.
Hey, I'm just along for the ride.
That wasn't a complaint, was it, Bosch?
Right. Let's get moving.
Hey, don't change the subject.
Right.
Right, right. There's word of trouble in our old Arcades. I'd steer it clear of the area. Not that anyone in their right mind would want to go down there in the first place. Where does this... Oh, old Arcades. But that doesn't take me anywhere, and I can't go down there right now anyways. I have an elderly friend, a court musician by trade. To hear him play the lute, you'd think it sang. We go our separate ways here, Vaughn. I have some business to attend to. We'll meet again later. We'll meet again later. Huh? Hey! I hope that girl found us tickets to the Mummer's Farce and the right number on the right day. She can't be trusted with such things. It's been 5 years since I finally quit my lodgings in old Arcades, yet I still lack the gil to open a boutique of my own. The population of this great city continues to soar. The buildings sprout like toadstools after the rain in this unruly garden of Arcades. I'm having trouble putting a man I met, a business associate of my father, from my mind. He was so dashing, so mysterious. Of course, I'm certain a gentleman of his means would be efficient at the very least. Of course he would. I was born of Empire, raised by Empire, and within her walls did I grow old. Yet the city was not always grand, nor the Empire always prosperous. Youth today, they know only of her glory, and nothing of her history. How little they think on the sacrifices of the past, it troubles me. Money's like to a seed. Do you not agree? Keep it locked away, it is something dead. Yet use it poorly, and 'twill never live. There must be someone with use for my money, for it would have... There must be someone with use for my money, for I would have it live, and if I could but find the hands to tend it, I would gladly share its fruit. Oh, okay, never mind. So she's just smitten. There's like 3 or 4 different places I can go to. I've worked so hard and so long, all for money, and indeed I've accumulated some wealth. Yet I feel there is something lacking in my life. Alright, buddy, calm down. It will soon be my wedding anniversary. What shall I give my dearest? That reminds me, I found the oddest thing, a fine necklace at the back of the wardrobe. If only I could remember when I bought it. But no matter, I've sold the thing now. We live well enough, but it's hard to save. I needed the gil to buy my dearest what he deserves. I much enjoy traveling, seeing flora and fauna of faraway places, except for those flora and fauna with teeth. Perhaps some armor is in order? Oh. Where's the magic shop? Oh. Here's the magic shop. So I think I'm gonna just not really care about the dialogue, because I've been reading a couple of these. I'm just gonna go and see if there's any magic and stuff. Here in Arcades, people spend their whole lives trying to get their hands on pine chops, and if you're lucky, a chop of fine salad wood. Gil, they're only good for buying and selling goods. You can have all the gil in the world, and it won't buy you respect. Only chops of pine or chops of sandal will win you that. You see, the chops represent your contribution to the greater good of the Empire. Common citizens may come by pine wood chops enough during their daily... Common citizens might come by pilewood chops enough during their daily lives, but it takes a soldier or some great deed to earn sandalwood. Thundaga. So that's it? Thundaga's the only thing? Oh. That's kind of disappointing. So I might actually have to do some, I might actually have to talk to some people, because I think there's like a, not a minigame, but a side quest where I have to get some sandalwood. Soul Eater, I got everything. Do you like to buy a map, Kupo? Are there any other Mughals here? No. Old Arcades. Okay, so nothing really. And then I've already explored that, so there's nothing of surprise there. But at least I got the map to the Empire. Or the Imperial City, at least. So I'll be able to find all the stuff that's around here a little bit more easily. I'm sure there's something. Oh, these guys have the armors and the weapons. I hope I have enough for both of them. Weapon seller, buy. Rune blade. It doesn't really have elements or anything else, so I might as well take the... I'll take the K. No, I'll keep it with me just in case. Burning Bow I already have. Orichalcum Dirk, which I don't need. Doom Mace. I just adds Penetrator bow, crossbow. So the Doom Mace. No, I like the maces that they have now because that gives people confusion, and that's a little bit better, to be honest. It's a katana and it's 83. It's a katana but it's 71. So I'm gonna sell this one. And then these are stuff that I kept / I'm keeping for reasons basically, just in case I could actually use them. Let's see, equip. Penetrator bow. It's not bad. So I'll sell that for now. Diamond sword. It's 73, but I have it equipped, so that's what I have right now. So I only have 2 things for Bosch, and that's Diamond Sword and now a Yake. But I got a ton for Vaughn. But that's only because this has water element, that's ground element, that has wind element, I believe. That has none, but it immobilizes. So I think maybe immobilizing I should just sell. Cause that does slow. So yeah, I'm gonna sell this one, the platinum dagger. So I might as well. I don't think I'm planning on using it until crossblade. Yeah, I'm just gonna sell the other one because I had 2 apparently. So, and again, the Chaos Mace is a little bit better just because it confuses. The other one does Doom, but at the same time, that's not really gonna be effective for me. At least for me, anyways. Let's see, weapons. Oh, and magic. Officer's hat. Gaia. Medium gear. Platinum helm. Platinum armor. Adamant hat. Steel mask. And then mirror mail. Crystal shield. Two of those. Yeah, that's actually a good choice. Because defense and strength and magical power. That's even better choice. Because magical power and strength. Defense. And 2 of those. Vitality goes down, but my strength goes up a little bit. Magic resist. Same thing with vitality here as well. But I could get 3 of those. Vitality goes down even lower. I wonder what the vitality actually does, though, honestly. Is that linked to my health, or is that not? And the shields, just in case. Even though I haven't used it, and the mirror mail, even though I haven't used that either. The diamond armor, I don't need it anymore, I guess. Shielded armor has protect. I don't need that anymore. I don't need that anymore. I think, yeah, I'm just gonna sell this as well. Because I could just use protect anyways. I will keep the mirror mail just in case I need reflect. Because the only people that were using the protecting armor were everybody else, I think? I don't know, whatever. Blah. I mean, I think I could buy that later on, or I can buy that from... Let's see. Mirror mail... I could probably buy it from somewhere else, but anyways, that's fine. Loot, abilities, potions, and stuff. So there doesn't seem to be anything else really. I'm probably gonna have to do some side quests where I just like collect stupid coins and stuff. I'm gonna go this way. So let's see. Oh, these are gambits, so I don't really need that. But I do need to figure out if there's anything else here. I can buy X potions! And that is gonna cost me way too much. I'm gonna get it anyways, cause yeah. I'll make money later, I guess. Honestly, these people, they come up from the country and they stare, but do they buy? Never. Maybe they lack the necessary coin. Oh, but I do grow weary of this. Yep. So I'm gonna save this. Even though I'm broke now, but I'm gonna save it anyways. Cause, you know, reasons. I'm betting there's like a mini, like some kind of challenge or something. Not challenge, freaking side quest, I'm sure. I'm dreading it because I know that there's something with the other monetary, with the other type of money that they use for saddlewood or whatever the foog. Only those with 3 or more chops may ride this cab, boy. Nothing personal, I assure you. Chop? What's that? If you lack a chop, you pay coin. That's... Oh, wow. What? That's crazy. Having a spot of trouble, are we? I've messaged from Master Balthier. He's waiting in Central. He says to come quickly. On this, but we need a chop. What is a chop anyway? When a boy wants information, that's right. I'll pay. While any upstanding citizen of the Empire carries a chop, it's a mark of status sometimes, a rite of transit others. If you were aiming to go to Central, where the gentry live, I think you'd need 3 chops. How do you get them? Like I said, the key is knowledge, boy. Do your part here on the streets. Talk to the right people and you'll earn your chops in no time. Oh, people in Arcadia love doing good deeds. Why, if they're helping you out, it must mean they're superior, understand, boy? Not sure I do, but I'll give it a try. Thanks, Jules. Friend of Master Balthier is a friend of mine. Friend is just like staring at him. A new employee of mine broke an instrument of his first day in the lab. I really want to give him some words of encouragement, but I'm so busy. Worry not, I'll tell him. Such thing only costs 1 million gil or so. Your concern should be the bigger picture, not some trifleless, anyways, whatever. I want him to know I'm on his side, you see. I went through that a little bit too fast. I yearn for some new jewelry, and one ring in particular, a rare blue diamond. I saw it just yesterday, yet we can ill afford such luxury. And you never know when we might need extra for an emergency. Still, my husband's enterprise has done well. I'm sure he'll do enough gain. What am I doing? I'm crying for the armors. You should gander if you... When I get enough chops, I'll be riding in one of them cabs, and that'll be the end of this. I'll be sitting pretty up in... anyways. No! The enterprise at which I'm employed has fallen on hard times. This month they have half my wage. Halved, and things aren't going so well. How am I to tell my wife? I don't have the courage to face her. Oh, nope. I recently begun work at a laboratory. 'Tis heaven for me, plead to read. And no one telling me to do otherwise. Why, the laboratory library is the envy of every student in the academia. There's no greater store of obscure texts anywhere in the Ivalice. Have you seen those chaps running pell-mell about the city? Newcomers are always this way, working up a sweat as they claw their way up the ladder. You look to be in much of the same situation as I was long ago. Never fear, You'll get there as I have, chin up, onwards, upwards, and all that. Oh, where is that guy? What's that? You heard from some bloke who was my shoes. Now he's made something of himself. That's good to hear. I'll get there someday. You look like a newcomer yourself. Ain't got many chops, I bet. I know how it is, see? Look, I ain't got many myself, but a bit. You gotta look out for each other. So, can I have... so you can have one of my chops, and I'll see you at the shop. I'll see you at the top. Yay! That's not the guy. I've made a mistake, a horrible mistake, and I fear superior's vexed, quite vexed. That instrument had dropped. Oh dear. Concern should be the bigger picture. God, I'll admit it, I'm weak at the finger points, but she doesn't mean to end my research, does she? And to say such things through another, if she's to chastise me, I'd have her do to my face. My thanks. Okay, that really didn't work out well, but oh well. For many years, I researched but one thing. When I retired, my daughter agreed to continue my work. How happy she made me. But the research, it knows no end. Someday I hope to see my daughter marry, bear children, but still this great work will be done. Yet it is not in vain, no. Even though the pace may be slow, progress is being made in such is the many-splendored thing that is scientific inquiry. Path to stardom is a difficult one, to be sure. To dance, sing, all of it takes a great effort, and of course, you must know how to act. Imagine getting the stage aflame, but with but a word. I would be that sort of star. And I would ask advice of a mentor, but what to ask? I'm terribly sorry, darling, but I've given up the stage. No more autographs, please. Well, very well, you may shake my hand if you must. Oh, you didn't want to... Pardon me, I assumed. I was an actress, you see, quite famous in my day. I mistook you for an enthusiast. My apologies. Path to becoming a star? I don't believe such a thing exists, darling. At least it's not the sort of thing one can search for and hope to find. One must work and watch others at work. One cannot sit about, willing away the hours that pretend. Only through experience you learn. I wore many guises in my working life. Armor clerk, airship attendant, personal secretary, headhunter, dread pirate, even the false queen of the lost land. Quite dangerous, the last one, not recommended. I learned much, and my acting was enriched by it. Yet when it no longer felt true, I had to leave. I've a splendid idea. I shall write a novella of my adventures. That is one thing I've yet to do. Take this, darling, for your excellent advice. I heeded my father's wishes to become a researcher at a laboratory, but my colleague's behavior has proven to be rather odd. I thought on this a great deal, and I've decided it's time to leave. Yet my father was so happy. I haven't... truth be told, our research project just finished. the other day. It was quite a breakthrough. My father worked on it for 10 years. All those years without progress, and I joined. Within months it's done. And I still want to leave. However, will I explain this to my father? I might as well do this thing. Huh? What's this? My daughter? No, surely not. My daughter would never say such things. A case of mistaken identity, perhaps. What? The research? Complete? How many years did I toil? Finding nothing? Huh. Huh. Ha. Ha ha ha. That's my girl. Well, if she's finished her work, why stay any longer? Boy, a chop for bringing me this news. Yay! I get a chop. Some of these people are actually like super close by, so it's not a pain in. So it's not too much of a pain in the butt. You know who I am? The only philosopher of Cuisine recognized by the Senate. That's who. Yet I must confess, I'm troubled of late. You see, in my profession, one eats rather a lot of excellent food, but with too much excellence, one forgets to enjoy it. I long to be stimulated. Somewhere there must be a revolutionary dish made from naught but the best ingredients by no one but the best chefs in Arcades. My good husband works at Dracula Laboratory, and well, I shouldn't say this, but he works on something so secret he can't even tell me. Now, he's not the giving type, my husband, but just the other day he gave me the most unusual gift, a card. I've taken to carrying it around with me. It's quite odd, but I feel this strange urge to spend my gil at a raffle house, or on stock notes. Have you been to the requisite shop? I must say, they've done a splendid job of broadening their inventory of late. Quite a lot of the shelves. I've just remembered, my sister's been looking for a certain thing, and last I visited, they had just what she wants. Now, where could she be? Do you know the Tarot? I'm a reader here in town. You might think of a modern city would have small use for such things, yet I felt just the opposite. And indeed, my prediction was correct. Yet another unforeseen problem has shown itself in the cards. My readings revealed only tragedy. That is to say, whenever I deal the cards for someone, they meet with horrible ill luck, almost as if reading themselves back in misfortune. I do so love to cook. Why, the other day I held an impromptu party at my house. I fed a new dish of mine to my closest acquaintance. Why, they told me 'twas a taste to tantalize the tongue of a philosopher of cuisine, yet their faces were sour as old Nana cheese. My new dish was terrible, I'm sure of it. I've invented them back, of course. I've invited them back, of course. Bad? My new creation that. I'd be happy to give some of this to the gentleman you speak of. I use a base of pureed, adding to that several fish bones, upon which I had quite a bit left over, and was wondering what to do with it. Here, take this chop, and thanks, unless you'd like some food. Nope. I'd rather not have your food. Commit this to memory. I've been writing novels in between trips, each one I think to make a moving tale of tragic love, the sort that make grown men weep. Rivers. But when I sit down to read what I've written, I find it quite happy, droll even. Why can I not write something truly miserable? Fortune teller that sees only misfortune? Why, of course, I cannot write what I do not know, after all. My life has been such a happy one. I have a mind to visit this reader of the cards and just see what tragedy lies in store for me. My thanks to you, Chop, for advice. Like, why would you do that willingly? Oh, there, you. Haven't dropped a letter, have you? You see, I found one on the street and I couldn't help but, read it. It says, "This is an epistle to love. Freely I have released it. Should it return to me, then shall my love be made true." And that was all. Odd, wouldn't you agree? I wonder what it all means. I feared for a moment that were I to find the writer would be I would be propositioned on the spot. A groundless fear, but cautious never hurts. I had thought to vacation in Bajirba, you see, but I run a small enterprise and just haven't been able to find the time. To my good fortune, I was recently permitted to go on leave straight away. I went to reserve a ticket, and to my misfortune, the tour is full. I'm sorry, cannot help myself. I'm in love. With whom? It's a secret. Why, I've not told him. I've not told even him. Why not? Well, I wrote a letter and epistle to love, and I'll not confess my love until that letter finds its way back to my hands. Romantic? No? How did you know that letter? Wait, does this mean my love is not to be? Sniff. Oh, You've not come to return my letter? My, how foolish I must have seemed. I'm so sorry. So he did pick up my letter. How do I know who it was? Because I placed it in such a way that he would see it first. Of course, being sure to stay out of sight. Many thanks for coming to tell me. Nice to know fate has triumphed once more. Here, a chop. I've been waiting for an item I've wanted for such a long time. The proprietor said she'd order one straight away, but that was over a month ago. I have my brother keeping an eye out for me, but okay. I'll be right back, lady. I know where your brother's at. Here we go, I think. Sure, lady. Okay. Really? So he did remember. Why? I must go to the store before someone else buys it. Thank you for the tip. Here's the chop. Tourists of the aerial garden in Brazil are quite popular these days. Why? Just a short while ago, I had to turn someone away from a full tour. Wouldn't you know that the next moment we had a cancellation? Pity that poor lady did so want to go. She must still be nearby. Alright, where's the Bajirba lady? What's that? A cancellation? Wonderful. My gratitude for coming to tell me. Every good deed deserves a chop. 'Tis custom. Here's yours. Got 9 chop woods. Oh, all the stores have them. All the stores have a transfer guy. So I want to see how many I can get. I wanted to get this out of the way. Oh, so I need to get so many more. That's BS. I knew there was something wrong with this. Headhunters, employee gambits. during a battle to aid their judgment, correct? Now that we've been pondering is, what about a gambit for the market? I know gambits can go awry if you don't keep an eye on them, but think of the coin you could make. Gil, Gil, and more Gil. That's worth any risk. Fresh vegetables, get your fresh vegetables. Why yes, they're all farm grown. None of these magic greens here. All natural, all delicious. Of course people used to scoff at my greens, but the taste is undeniable. I have so many loyal customers now, I'd rather overtax. Oh, and I've run out of ears too. Pardon. Pardon? Why, ears of corn, of course. Wherever has my associate gone? We can't keep customers waiting. Sherba lady, romantic lady, happy novelist, tarot reader, lucky man. To think I picked up a love letter by chance, and it was meant to be picked up by me, found as if the fates had willed it. How romantic. Puh! Brother, researcher's wife, do you think perhaps that this card might be one of these gambits? In truth, I find it quite unsettling and was contemplating getting rid of it. Yes, it was a gift from my husband. I suppose I could just give it away. I'm not even sure what it truly is. I thank you for the story, however. Here, a chop. May it serve you in good stead. Sherba lady. So can I find this guy? Huh. Oh, that's a tarot reader. That's a good brother. Oh, what was she saying? She'd run out again, noses or something, blah blah blah. Ah, ears of corn it was. That was it. About, remember seeing an empty corn bin at the storehouse. You've probably forgotten there's none left. Making a fair few gil as is all well and good, but when you get too busy, you start forgetting stuff. Here's a chop. Anyway, thanks for reminding me. I've heard of an artifact that aids in decision-making. Gambits, were they? Still. Oh, okay, never mind. So I think I've exhausted that whole area. Our research project was a success. Oh, we're... Oh, I may not look it, but I'm quite athletic, you know. My family boasts a grand line of gamesmen, known for our skill at work, as well as games. That said, my brother is overly fond of dusty old tomes. He spends most of his time with his nose in one. Why, do you know what he told me? He said, "Good sister, on the morrow I shall go to the laboratory and become a researcher." Hell, he'll become as stiff and sedentary as a researcher. I know where this guy's at. My sister seems overly concerned with my health. She should know I get proper exercise at least an hour daily in the games room at the laboratory. Usual for a laboratory man, I know. I suppose 'tis in the blood, but sport, or rather the exercise involved, is the subject of my research. You see, I'm jolly interested in how the body's energy might be regulated to lend strength to those muscles most taxed by given action. I thank you for your kindness in relaying my dear sister's concern here. This should serve you in good stead during your time in Arcades. I yearned for some new jewelry, and one ring in particular, a rare blue diamond. I saw it just yesterday, yet we can ill afford such luxury, and you never know when you might need extra for an emergency. Still, my husband's enterprise has done well. I'm sure we'll soon be, oh. I know where that guy is. Where you at, lady? His wage is halved? What ill tidings are these? And what of my blue diamond? Why, to afford it now, there's naught but my dowry purse to... Oh. Now there's a thought. Can't believe it never occurred to me before. I'm more than enough gil to buy a plyfing diamond. Fine idea, my thanks. Wait, what? Did she just say she's gonna go sell herself? My good sister is quite fond of running. Why she's right? Okay, never mind. The avid reader guy. It's a new research in laboratory. Blah blah blah. Failed researcher, faded star. Okay, so I've done all these so far. Can you go in here and see how many more I need? Oh, this is such a pain. If I knew this was gonna be the thing, I would have just done it outside of stream. I mean, I guess I might as well get it out of the way, but still. So I need 13 more. You know, I'm oft told I have a knack for magics, of course. Have a little coin to buy such things. I should be handling magics, not turnips. Okay, I am not gonna talk to you, or... Traveling mummer taught me this one. He used to live here in the city, so he said. Seen a swindler about? Not that you'd know if you had. He's a master of disguise. Why, he dressed like me and walked off with my earrings. Okay. So, I'll keep that in mind, guy. I'm the Chancellor at the Academy of Magic. Sadly, there's little need for our art in this age of ready convenience. Applicant numbers are down. Indeed, the Academy itself may be to blame for placing profit above the pursuit of quality in instruction. If not quality, what have we, I ask? Last with a knack for magic, yet no gil to pay for it. How fortunate for her. I was thinking of starting a program for scholars in need. Of course, there will be an examination, but if she truly does have the knack, that should be little trouble. Here, the chop for your information. Came here all the way from Giza Plains to make some trinket, but I got separated from my guy down the road. Couldn't find a client. There's no way to make it back at home on my own. Here I thought my fortunes were looking up. Ugh. Is my woman going to steam about this? My dear husband's mother has asked for a trinket from Giza's plane. She's never so particular, though. I'm having Giza Catherine come here. Speaking of which, you should be here by now. My good husband's mother-in-law is a fickle woman. I do hope she does not see fit to change her mind. Yeah, so the client was looking for me as well. Now, that's a relief. I'm ready to get this here job done and get more, So blinded by guilt, was I? I didn't even think to look at the map. Who knew Arcades was so far away? Ah, that reminds me. They gave me this chop as a retainer, but I've no need of one thing here. Do you see the mummer at his act? Oh, it was truly splendid. Truly splendid. It made me feel the spring maiden again. How I would love to show my daughter. Okay, so whoever I'm looking for is probably on the other side somewhere. My husband was a judge, oh, fine one at that, filled with righteousness and justice. Our house is pride, the pride too of our borough. It was his very own sense of justice that brought his end, to die attempting to save a child's life, and the child of a foeman, no less. How like him? Nope, not yet, lady. Do so hate to boast, but my Reginald is quite the brightest child. I blush to confess he has mother's wit. Ahem. Imagine my surprise when my dear Reginald's tutor decided to abandon us without saying a word. Quite irresponsible, quite... Nope. Nope. It will soon be my wedding anniversary, whatever shall again run. I do so enjoy traveling, seeing the flora and fauna, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. She wanted to show her daughter. My beau and I have been working together of late. We've got quite a stack of chops to show for our troubles too. A full 8 and 20 of them. I must tell him the good news. Would-be judge. So where is this lady's daughter? Travel, my work is taking me far and wide. Why, I'm on the road for 6 months a year. Danger, near misses, daily affair. Of course, I take care to wear the proper protectives, and my sword arm is good enough to hold off your average fell beast. Oh, to be a judge, bringing order and peace to the world is... That's just in morning's work. Oh, to be... How does one become a judge anyways? You know, I'll just take that, because that's gonna be easier. I'd rather just go and look for the people that I know that I can find. Talented woman... Someone's wanting to be a judge. Well, whoever they may be, I'd advise for them, if they seek to be the judge for the sake of justice, no good will come of it. Please tell him this. Tell him that, above all else, his family must come first. Peace is a frail bloom that grows only in the soil of family's love. Master disguise. And where are you, guy? You're utterly daft. The one who's looking for the swindler is the swindler, don't you see? Says the oldest trick in the grimoire, my boy. What's that? He's still near? He's still nearby? Good. Time to put an end to this once and for all. Don't worry. You'll have my gratitude in a bit in your pocket. Oh, found her. No. She's here somewhere. Please come back. Where are you at? Did you see the mummer? Did you? I truly despise his kind. Who would want to watch such rubbish? He can possibly hope to glean Can he possibly hope to glean enough gil by his prancing to survive or raise a family? After all, his years of training to end up impoverished. Told you, I detest the mummers. I'd sooner watch the mating dance of the Malba. What? My mother was weeping? Reminiscing about, no doubt. My father was a mummer, you see. He could never earn enough to put food on our table. Try as he might, eventually it broke him. He fell ill, and to buy his salve he borrowed. And so he worked, though he was sick and made little, yet how can not hope to repay aught? One day a lord came calling, a man of means he was, and offered to take my father's debt on as his own, provided my father let his wife. Then the lord turned and proposed marriage to my mother, for she was a rare beauty in her day. My father told her she would go with him, so I was torn too from my father. How I wept. I never saw him again, nor can I say where he is. I heard rumor that he had moved far away, that is all. If he had not been so drunk with the mummer's life, it never would have come to that. So you see, I have reason to hate the prancing fools. And now I've spoken overmuch. My apologies, though. Tale told, I feel better. Please, take this chop for being so kind as to listen. Talk to guy, talk to that guy already. Daughter-in-law. Would-be judge. Man from Giza. Look-alike. The other look-alike. Talented woman. I do so hate to boast. Okay, never mind. A tutor by trade I am, yet of late unemployed. Why my pupils transferred to Bijurba, leaving me to seek out a new charge. I've grown harder in recent years to pass the examinations, yet I have the utmost confidence in my ability to prepare any student. So he's next. Will soon be my wedding anniversary, blah blah blah. Ah, so where? Oh, I think I saw the guy already. There's another guy running around. It wasn't that guy. Here in the capital, if you take pride in your work and do right by customers, anyone can make a decent living. Now, your regular chops are made of pine, but the nobles use chops of sandal. Sweet-smelling things, those. My girlfriend and I will get them someday. What's that? 8 and 20 chops already? That's a fine amount, to be sure, but tell her this. Try to float up the high garden, and you'll drift off to the clouds. First, get firm footing down here, and then build your way up, brick by brick. So I'll take that, and then go talk to the guy. Woman traveler concerned about armor, you say? Certainly heavy armor is just that, heavy, but I'd worry more about beasts than bruises. Me, I find my greatest foe on the road is solitude. You say this lady you spoke to enjoys traveling? Perhaps you might arrange a meeting. Why, if I could find someone of the feminine persuasion to share my travels, that'd solve all my woes, and perhaps I could solve hers. My anniversary's coming up, see? Haven't got a lot of gil, but I still bought the Mrs. Something special. Can you guess what it is? A necklace. Of course, it's well hidden. Not stupid. I put it well back in the wardrobes where she's not sure to find it. Just between you and me, alright? What? He bought the necklace for me as my anniversary present? Oh dear, what shall I do? For first things first, I'll have your silence on this. Not a peep to him, not even a meaningful glance. I'll pay you not to speak. Are we agreed? Oh. Where's the tutor lady? Straight to the point. Leave it to me, good sir. A child under my care is a future academic. Here, a chop in payment of your kind word. Alright, let me double check how many freaking things I need. sure hope I don't need any more, because that's gonna be a pain. Ah, you've come by 22 chops, I see. Very good. You qualify to ride a cab. Just 6 more, and you can trade them in for a sandalwood chop. Those with sandalwood may ride cabs and get into the central. Just 6 more. Yay. I've been 5 years since I finally quit my lodgings, and yet still I lack guilt to open my own boutique shop. Commit this to memory. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, dear, dear. I asked my daughter to buy tickets to the farce, but I've asked her to buy one too few. What to do? I'm to entertain a most important client. I have an elderly friend, a court musician by trade, blah blah blah. I don't know what you want me to do. Money's like, oh, right, there we go. There you go, buddy. A lady wishing to open a boutique, you say? This bears further inquiry. I would like to meet her. Who knows where our discussion might lead? Such meeting are fertile soil for enterprise. Here, a chop for your aid. He said he wanted to hear a song he used to play, so I seek a lutenist to play it for him. Yeah, they seem to be a rare breed these days. So I need 5 more. Historian. I was born of Empire, blah blah blah. I'm having trouble putting a man I met, a business associate of my father. The population of this cursed city continues to soar, and the buildings sprout like toadstools. My consortium, too, is the business of building, yet frankly, popular design gives me indigestion. For a man who is both architect and artisan. We live in the Empire, but 'twas not always so. How did it come to be? Military might, wise rule? No, it must take more than these things. How can we hope to carry Empire's glory into the future if we know not her past? Yet our academies teach us little for true history. I've worked so hard and so long for money, indeed. Blah blah blah. I found out that what I wanted when I met her, a client's daughter. Moment saw her anew. How many years have I trained, and still they mock my designs? Tradition fey. Nope. I know where I need to come back, though. Can't seem to find this Ludus guy. There are those who make crafts and sell them at market. I make not craft, but music. By my lute's soothing voice, I do earn my daily bread. There were a time when I did quite well by it, too. Sadly, people nowadays seem to enjoy cacophonous marches. Few have an ear for the lute's quiet song. Someone seeks a lutenist? You're sure? How long I've waited. I would love nothing more than to play an appreciative listener. I thank you for this, good sir. Here, a chop for bidding. Blah 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 blah. Smitten man. Builder guy. Oh, where'd he go? Okay. So there's that. Smitten guy. And I know where the client's daughter is. Where you at, girl? I was asked by my mother to buy tickets to the farce, yet I bought one too many. Blah blah blah. Nope. Not you. It's a historian. Money gentleman. Ah, there we go. What? He said that about me? For true. Is he sure? Perhaps he meant another. If it's truly me he asked after, I certainly accept. I do believe I'm overjoyed. Look, it's not much, but I've been saving this chop for a special occasion, and well, take it, it's yours. Okay, historian guy, give me that. That's the money guy. It's a historian. It's a builder. What's that? You an acquaintance who knows much of history? How long I sought for this? Thank you, good sir, thank you. Please accept this chop for the glory of the Empire. Builder. That's a lady. That's a Aaron lady. Aaron woman. Lutenist. Oh, she needed one more ticket for the farce? Then Lady Luck has smiled upon me. This is better than any amusement. A chop for your troubles. Yay! Okay. Ah, get out of the way. No more stupid side quests. Give me the stupid chop. Congratulations on getting your sandalwood. This designates you as the most promising ardent. Why, you might even make gentry one day. Those with this sandalwood may ride cabs and get into Central. I don't care, just let me go. Let me be. Please. Just want to leave. Is that a sandalwood chop I see? Very well. This cap is for Totanova, good sir. Take me away, just take me away. So pleased you could come join, so pleased you could join me. Jules had a morsel for us. A light airship used by Dracula researchers. It's just up ahead. We'll take that and go in through the service entrance. Let's make haste, shall we? gonna save because I don't want to go through that whole thing again. I really don't. It's been an hour just going through and trying to do that. It's BS.
The accomplices of the Senate have been quelled, Your Honor. Our forces sustained but light casualties.
You have leave to withdraw. One detachment will remain here to guard Draclaw.
My lord.
Draclaw.
Do you think they're onto us?
It would seem not. Though this will make our task more difficult still.
Hey guys, bye guys. I'm terribly sorry, but there's been an emergency. No one is allowed to enter Central at this time. Please come again later. No entry to Central at this time, and refrain from suspicious behavior until we settle down. You know what I mean. Certainly took your time getting here, didn't you? Off seeing the sights, perhaps? Not likely. Do you know how long it took to get the chops to get up here? Tell me about it. What's that? But I gave Jules some chops. Jules? Tisk tisk. A squad of judges has been sent to Draclaw. You'll find the service entrance rather a difficult proposition, I'm afraid. You're doing, no doubt. You know how the Ministry of Law would move, so you had Vaughn out collecting chops until the judges could reinforce Draclaw, of course. Tell me, how much did the Ministry pay for word of the prodigal son? The Ministry? Oh, judges make poor customers, my friend. Too many rules, too many laws. Perhaps you didn't know, Master Balthier, that Draclaw is a toy box these days, filled with your Lord Father's conceits. All developed within the Senate's knowledge, of course. Why, not even the Emperor knew the full extent of Dr. Sid's operations. Now here's the catch. Since Vane had himself declared dictator, nary a peep has come out of that laboratory. I know people who would sell their own mum for the merest scrap of information about the goings-on inside Draclaw. People like Rosarian sympathizers worried about the Empire's weapons program and anyone else who might be opposed to Solidor hegemony. So we created a disturbance and you get your windfall of dirt on Draclaw. In exchange for your service, I've spoken to a cabbie. When he asks where you want to go, tell him, you know where to go. Simple, no? Ah, a deal. Brokered in true Arcades fashion. Why, it's just like old times, Jules. Brings a tear to my eye. Good to be back, eh? My regards to your Lord Father, Master Master Balthier. Anan. Time to go elsewhere. Close enough for fisticuffs. Driver, faster if you please. I would be loath to expend any of the violence of my present mood on my companions.
This way.
Dracula Laboratories.
It's too quiet.
Passing strange. There are supposed to be guards here.
Maybe you were just lucky, huh?
Maybe you're just optimistic.
Something may be afoot. We proceed with caution.
No time for caution. Step to it. Sid's chambers are on the top level.
Well, everybody's dead. Despicable. There doesn't seem to be anything here, though, either. There's got to be something in the 67th floor. Stay away from Dr. Sid. It's like one guy, really? I really just want to make sure that I didn't lose anything, or not lose anything. I just want to make sure that I don't miss an opportunity or miss something by not going through. Oh, that was anticlimactic. This whole Imperial March music, though, too. I can't open the doors, though. So what am I supposed to do? You would think there would be a way to go up somewhere or go into something.
He's had visitors. One's lacking manners by the look of it.
Someone after the Nethicite?
The Yuck Defoe, was it? 6 years, and ever since you got back, this. What madness found you there?
Up above us! Drop bulkheads 5 and 8! Be to it!
They found us.
His earlier visitors, more like. We should lie low for now.
No, we'll use their confusion. We need to find Sid now.
So I found the map. What's going on? There were soldiers in the laboratory? Has there been an intruder? Bulkheads are functioning. We're safe. The bulkheads red and blue are activated alternatively. When one opens, the other locks. No one who wasn't intimately familiar with the workings of the laboratory could get through. The guards will find them soon enough. So then, who might you be? So I'm gonna save it here. Keep going. Because I need to get out of here at the very least. Gotta find Sid. Bulkhead controls. Okay, for now I'm just gonna leave it as is. See how far it can go. Quite a commotion outside. It's hard to concentrate with such a racket. I have all the latest manufacturing Nethicite data, yet Dr. Sid is unreachable. Perhaps he's pondering the serious mysteries of the universe on 70. Oh, smacked him real quick. Open the red doors again. So I'm like Let me explore a little bit more. Guess there's not much of exploring to do unless I open the doors. Find something good. Ooh, Claymore. '83 attack power, but there goes my magical evade and just like evade in general. What did I have? Oh, I had Diamond Sword. I want to see how this plays out with the Claymore, even though that's not a Claymore. Or at least it doesn't seem like a Claymore. Go back down to 66. See if there's something that I can find there. Great swords probably make me slow. Those guys come from? So I came from there. Just leads me to the same place. Okay, whatever. go back up. I feel like it makes me slow. Diamond sword and crystal shield for now. Oh, I was definitely faster. Okay, so I definitely need to change that thing. Okay, seem faster, but I'm still gonna... Nope, that's not it. Try out the Claymore again. I think that's locked, maybe. Nope. Why we have to fight rats? I don't know. It's funny that not even with a claymore can I beat the crap out of rats. Nah, kind of. I knew that I had set up so that I can heal. Oh well, whatever, that's fine. So that's closed off. That's closed off as well. That wasn't it. Like I said, everything else is locked up, so I need to open it back up. I believe there's another way to go through, and I have to go all the way there. Did I go in here already? I must have. Or did not. So that's closed off. I think I've already been there, so... Did I go in here already or not? I don't think I have, so I'm gonna double check, see if there's anything in here. That's where I fought that guy, that's why. No! Where am I supposed to go? good. I was about to say, like, what is this? Where am I going? I'm surprised I still haven't gone there yet. Oh, at least I can go to the 70th floor now. Hey, buddy.
My apologies. You bear not the stench of Sid's lackeys.
And you are our earlier visitor.
Yes, a valuable man, one I'd sooner not lose. Yet he knows too much.
Wait, what? What is going on? Oh, at least I got guild tossed, I guess.
Sid, you know Deifacted Nethicite brought down the Leviathan. How can you persist in this folly?
And you've come here to stop me. I'd fain see you try.
Consider your bones, old man. You're outmatched.
Pirate scum of the skies. What brings you here?
Treasure. What else would a pirate want? We'll take the Dusk Shard.
You've come all this way for that trinket. I thought you were above this. What's that? The Princess of Dalmasca come to visit. She's not entirely without merit. A test of sorts for our princess?
You're a babbling fool.
A trial for a Shelia Banargan Dalmasca!
You lust for the stone's power, do you not?
Lend him not your ears, milady. He means to use you.
Manufactured nethicite, like Bergen.
How could you do this? How could you fall this far?
Oh, they're all... Ah, I didn't switch them out, but oh well, it's fine. They all reach level 48, so it doesn't really matter. Ooh.
Always hiding behind your toys. Pity if anything were to happen to them. He's just walking away. He's just walking away, and now he's just trying to shoot me with a laser. Oh, wow. It's not even that bad. Making a decent amount of progress.
Vana, you shouldn't have.
This creature. So this is your Vana?
A Shelia Benargin Dalmaska. Just how far will you go for power? Does your lust for nethicite consume you? Am I right? I am, aren't I? A worthy daughter of the Dynast King. You would do well to go to Giruvegan. Who knows? You may receive a new stone for your trouble.
Your words mean nothing to me!
The reins of history back in the hands of man. I too make for Giruvegan. Give chase if you dare it.
Give chase if you dare it.
Hate it when he does that.
Flies away in a...
be remiss, the Lady Ash of Dalmasca. The Sky Pirate Rethus, at your employ.
Sky Pirate Rethus.
The Imperial Senate, powerless to resist House Solidor's brutal purge, was dissolved. Vayne Solidor reigned supreme over the Empire. Though this upheaval shook the Imperial Bastion to its foundation, these developments were, to say the least, welcomed by her military. The authoritarian rule of the judges, in tandem with the impending threat of Rosarian invasion, served to foster camaraderie among its ranks. For our part, the Resistance mustered strength in the border skies, making ready for the task ahead. A war to decide the doom of Ivalice would soon be upon us.
Freaking airships are huge, man. The Resistance Army. Flagship Garland. That's the Resistance?
Squads Flametongue and Ogrenex are away. All ships reporting in. They're breaking to begin ship-to-ship maneuvers against us.
All hands, full ahead flank.
We shall make ready to repel their attacks. Counter-air. Track them as though they were the enemy.
Counter-air, to your stations.
A dispatch from Naldoa Command, Excellency. The Sky Pirate has left Arcadian airspace. He makes for Balfonheim with the Lady Ash and her party.
It is good to know the lady still lives. But what of our bid for the stone?
With the stone or without, our resistance should prove an even match for the Imperial Army. These weeks of training have honed our edge.
I pray 'tis sharp enough.
They choose to supply the Resistance, yet raise not a sword in aid. What city could do this?
A city of men without countries, pirates of the sea and of the sky. Few are they who would fain lay down their lives for a friend, let alone a king.
The Marquis. He is set on war?
The time approaches when he must make his position vis-à-vis the Empire clear. When he helped you off the Leviathan, he spited the judges full sore. He cannot sit in idleness and expect to avoid a reckoning. The Marquis shares my distaste for war. Yet, if it comes to it, he will show no quarter.
For the time being, we will continue to train the Resistance Army. Enough power on our side, and even Vayne may see the appeal of the treaty table.
Yet Vayne holds the Nethicite. What makes you think he would treat when he holds such power? Power enough to sink the Leviathan.
All the more reason for me to support your infiltration of the capital. You said it yourself. The Nethicite is a powerful weapon. I would have you acquire it for me.
I have not said I would give you the Midlight Shard.
If there is no stone, I would have to look elsewhere for aid.
Then you would ally with Rosaria.
As I must. Failure's not an option.
It's just what Vayne wants. He lures the Rosarians and the Resistance to the field, then crushes both with the Nethicite.
I think not. Cid has a stone. We grab it and smash it to pieces with the Sword of Kings. Vayne will be left holding nary a thing. Time is short. We follow Cid. He's heading towards Giruvegan.
Giruvegan.
Giruvegan?
It is told of in a song of my people. On the farthest shores of the River of Time, shrouded deep in the roiling mist, the Holy Land sleeps, Giruvegan. Who knows the paths, the way to its doors?
Then you seek the Yogg-Defoe, deep within the jungle of Golmore. There is a corner of the Feywood where a mist storm surges and seethes.
And that's it. Let's go.
Right.
Not coming with us? Forget your precious netherite already?
Sid's words rang hollow to me. I will follow another course.
Ah, another lead then, is it? You're well informed.
I could well say the same to you, pirate.
Hurry it up, or we'll leave without you.
Ah, Vaughn. I've had some of my men check on this Feywood. Best ask what they found.
Okay. Thanks for the help, brothers.
Fly first, ask questions later. Your apprentice is more pirate than you.
I don't have an apprentice.
Princess Ash, I would hear your heart. If Dr. Sid has spoke the truth, you may well be rewarded with more netherite in Giruvegan. Tell me, do you still desire the stone?
I desire its power. I want, yet I also fear. I must protect Dalmasca. I can't afford to fear anything.
Do not forget Nabudis. That is my only counsel for you.
Nabudis. Our guest, if you finish talking with Lord Ridis, I suppose you'll be wanting to hear about the Feywood. Reneg, why must we aid these people? They seek only to further their own ends and care little for our Lord's wants, if at all. These people? I see only a boy, and it's by Lord Ridis' command. If you have concerns, I've got a nose for ill intent. I'll take the measure of them. What are you? I. No bad at all. He measured it up quite nicely. This one means no harm to Lord Ridis. Measure? You bravely measure up to his waist. And that's counting the parrot. And that's counting the parrot. Your concerns duly noted. For one, plan on following Lord Ridis' orders. Do as you please, but know that no good will come of this. I apologize, pay her no mind. Now where was I? Ah yes, south of the vast Galmor jungle, in the Kirwan, there lies a place known as the Feywood. The mist there is far denser than most, and even should you make it through that, there's no guarantee you'll make it past what lies beyond. He speaks of the hidden trial of the Feywood, which must be passed to open the gate to the holy land of Giruvegan. Lord Ridis is out. There's to be no entry in this absence. If you've business, talk to those three. What are you? Seriously, what are you? Stop it! I mean, at least he has a pair, but what are you? There seems to be, like, rando creatures whom no real basis... Why am I looking at this crotch? Which have no real basis in terms of, like, the creatures or the, races that are around. Like, there's these guys, and then there's the Mo'os, or whatever the fuck they're called, and the Mughals. And those are established characters, or not characters, but races and stuff, and the Viera. But at the same time, like, I don't know who you are. What are you? But anyways, whatever. Let's Speaking of which, hello. Is she wearing a thong outside of? Never mind, whatever. Anyways. Riggin, tell me, what up? South of Golmore Jungle is Kerwan lies the Feywood. Past that, the holy land of Guravegan. Oh wow, I'm all the way there. Oh hey, what up? Simply to gaze upon the sea's beauty cleanses the heart. Nothing there is so blue in my home. It's the first time I'm glad of my journey. Bunch of randos here. I got stuck in conversation with the other thing. I don't really care to do that here. Techniques. Let's see if I find any new techniques. As much as I want to find some new stuff, I really don't want to be paying an arm and a leg for it. Especially if to buy stuff for more than one person. Deathbringer KOs. Ooh. Ooh. That's not bad, but still. Trader's Bow. Oh no. Platinum Dagger. Rune Blade. Seraph Hole. Burning Bow. Recalcum Dirk. Trader's Bow. Oh, Penetrators, I already have that equipped. Doom Mace has Doom. I have that, but I don't have that attached or anything. Ah, just keep that. I'm not even gonna bother with buying anything else. Jade Gown. Giant's Helmet. Carabiner Mail. Kaiser Shield. Platinum Armor. Oh, I don't have enough for this. That's fine. I'll figure it out. I'll buy some other stuff or it'll do something. Oh, I can't sell it anyway, so that's fine. Good. me see. Chain's helmet. Carabiner mail. No, never mind. If I can't get it for everybody, I'm not gonna get it for anybody. Again, that's fine. I'll figure it out later. I'll buy some stuff at another time. Oh, well, there's a lot of other side quests, or hunts I can do. He's in Arcades. In our old Arcades. He's here. And in Arcades as well. In Albina. And again in Albina. I keep doing that. Okay, no. No. I just want to see what there is. Okay, so we're done. So I've got plenty of hunts to do on my own. On the side. Power armlet. She's got nothing really new or anything that I really need. Might as well get my high potions. Antidotes. And that other stuff. Gambits. Oh no, I had to come back. I can fly at least, so I don't really have to worry about that. Oh, sweet. Okay, never mind. I know where this is. Yay! Oh, Moogle guy. Apparently there's some people that I need to talk to. Maybe. Possibly. Sure, Baltimore is free, but only because the Empire says it is. Why, we're no better than a colony. Okay, so these are just like randos. Men in the town love an argument, and when it comes to Radus, you're either for him or against him. I say for. What about you, sailor? I have a mind to ask them against Radus what they hope for our town. They like everyone fighting for each other. That's just what the Empire wants. Alright, I'm gonna head out town. I'm gonna double check. I'm gonna see. Let's see. I thought I got a map. I thought I was just given a map. Syrupy steep, yay! So there's plenty to explore, and I'm gonna call it, because I still need to do a couple of hunts. I wanna get all my stuff ready, so I'm not gonna explore just yet. I thought to journey by Chocobo, Kupo, but the price is far too high. Agree's a Moogle. We're supposed to stick together, Kupo. Oh dear, very strange Chocobo has gotten mixed in with the flock. I don't remember raising that bird. But it seems happy enough here. I've tried to put it out, but it keeps coming back in. What a strange feather. Did you hear something? Oh. Who says that? You heard me. I'm a Chocobo in it. Just 'cause a bloke's on the short side, it don't make, no blooming cockatrice. People these days, no respect. And they're even worse back in Giza. Can't do nothing. Go for a stroll and they stick you back in a pen. I put up with it for years, but when I saw me chance, I was off. And I ain't never gone back. Not that they'll find me out here, of course. Just hear that? How odd. I wonder what that is. What that was. This guy has nothing good. Oh, the golden shield, that's what it was. I guess I gotta go back into town to actually get anything else. This guy actually sells these too, so that's good. That's convenient. Okay, so I'm gonna do hunts, and I'm gonna go and do some other side stuff outside the stream, and hopefully I'll be back either tomorrow or Friday. I'll probably come I'll see. Because the last couple of times that I tried to do some hunts and everything else, it flew by. I got them done so quick, and I was in time just flew when I was doing them, so I ended up just being ready for the next stream. So, right now, I'm not going to explore anything else. As I said, I'm just gonna go first, do some other hunts, do whatever else that I need to do, and then I'll be back. I mean, there are some stuff, I mean, if there's anything that I can't really do, I'll just leave it be, and I'll just leave it for another time. But anyways, if you want to follow and see when and what I'll be streaming next, follow me at Natsu Cosplay on Twitter, and on my Twitch page it has all my other social media. Follow me there as well if you want to. And again, that being said, I'm Natsu, this is Final Fantasy XII, and hopefully I will either stream tomorrow or Friday at the very least. So, and hopefully I will update all the other stuff that I need to update that I still haven't updated because I'm so slow at that. But anyways, I'm Natsu, this is Final Fantasy XII. Until next time, bye!